Previously, in the Shattered Lands, having decided to help their friends in the pack rescue the dwarven warrior Rend, the party wasted no time preparing for an assault on the orcs. They purchased what supplies they could and made their way once again back to the cursed town of Fartham. They planned their attack carefully, using the stealth skills of Aelwyn, Wolf, and Snick to scout the blacksmith's compound that the orcs had taken over. They saw at least a dozen or so orcs milling about the yard, while no doubt there were more within the house and smithy proper. The druidess also noted that there was a pen full of boars. The 3 scouts reported back with their findings, and the combined group laid their battle plans. The spellcasters among them wove their preparatory magics, and everyone moved into position. On the right flank, Aelwyn crept up, while Wolf and his pack took position on the left flank. Bertram, Celavus, Clay, and Brixus all waited to go up the middle, while bold Sir Venric kicked the mayhem off by charging straight ahead. All hell broke loose as the knight slammed into the milling orcs like a thunderbolt, slaying all around him with lance and sword. The others charged in more slowly behind him. Meanwhile, Aelwyn used her entangle spell to confound the orcs moving to try and ride the boars into battle as the pack attacked from the left flank, tying them up. The ground was watered with the blood of orcs as the party pressed in, but then with a mighty roar, the Hulk-like form of Skordag's skull splinter charged forth into battle from the smithy, with more orcs directly behind. Another stream of orcs issued forth from the house as well, and things began to look grim. The heroes pressed the fight, and while the orc warlord nearly slew the others, Venric rode into him with a lance strike. In return, Skordag laid Haste, the knight's warhorse, low with a mighty hammer blow. At the height of the battle, combatants dropped on both sides, before Skordag was finally slain by a mighty blow after Venric was brought back to consciousness by Brother Bertram. The battle was ended as the heroes and their allies mopped up the remaining resistance, and silence descended upon the compound. Welcome back.
Good to be back.
So, we find ourselves in the center of the compound. You have rescued the dwarf, Graven, and Wolf took the head of Skordag. You are all essentially in positions, as you remember. I'm not going to lay out everything again. You guys had handled, pretty much there are no foes left to tangle with. But you do need to reconnoiter the place and just get a feel for what's left, and I'll walk you guys through that. Is anyone down or injured that needs to be seen to first?
I am at -10.
Okay. Yeah.
I would run in and start taking care of everybody.
Okay.
Venric will go check on Haste.
Ah, yes, Haste, the horse. What was he dropped to?
He is at... God, don't make me say it. -18.
Oh.
Yeah, Skordak smashed him twice.
Haste must make an injury chart roll.
Boy.
He is a member of the party, so I will allow you to do it with advantage roll. 2d6, Sir Venric.
I'm going to have to go put this poor boy out to pasture, aren't I? Oh, man, it sucks. That is a 5.
Okay. War wound. Do you remember where he was injured? Was it his chest, I think?
I feel like it was the torso, though I'm not positive.
I haven't finished that last episode rewatching it. So, whatever body part has been struck suffers a lasting injury that leaves a permanent scar. With magical healing, you can be brought to full consciousness within 1d3 days, but it's incredibly painful to do anything other than rest. All rolls are made with disadvantage during this time. Spellcasting is impossible as the focus necessary is simply not sustainable. With the long-term care of a competent healer, you will be up and about in 1d3 plus 1 weeks, or it takes 1d4 plus 1 weeks to heal on your own. You're left with a scar as a memory, but otherwise fully recover. So Haste, no matter what happens here, he is not rideable. He is in bad shape. You realize for a second, Venric, you think you might have to put him down, and you realize there's a flicker of life. He's breathing labored, but he's alive. but he's in very, very bad shape. So, meanwhile, Aylwin, you said you were going to take care of Bertram?
Yeah, I will. I will put a. See, he's at. I'll put a cure mod on him because he's pretty far down. Let's see. So you get 11 back.
Ooh. I wake up.
Okay.
Bertram
And
wakes to consciousness.
I will, seeing Haste in such terrible condition, I will go over there and help Benric.
Right now, the best thing for Haste is going to be a poultice if you guys have one.
I do, and I
Applied.
will slap it on him.
Okay. Yep. You put it on him. You start wrapping it around his mighty neck, and it just pains you to see him. Clay's nearby. He's weeping openly. Villainous half-orc. And meanwhile, Bertram's like, cool, no one's weeping over me, but whatever. No. But
I got brought back. I'm good.
Aylwin, will Haste, will he survive this?
Can I tell? Do you want me to do a heal check?
I won't require a check. You realize he's gonna pull through. He'll survive if you guys can get him back where he can just rest and heal, maybe in the stables of the temple. Like left it to his own out here. Like if this was a horse in the wild, he'd be toast. But you recognize that you're fairly certain that with long-term care, you can get him back. However, the problem is going to be getting him back.
Yeah. How long before he'll be even able to walk at all?
What'd you say? 1d3 days?
1d3 plus 1 days.
Weeks.
Okay.
Wasn't it?
But then it's 1d3 plus 1 weeks where he's back to where he can function. But so essentially he's not coming back around to consciousness for several days. And then after that is several weeks before he's back up and around.
Okay.
We're gonna have to build something and drag him.
And again, if this were in the wild, he, with no aid, he would have already bled out.
Yeah.
Bertram, that, or I can wait behind with him for a few days. Clay and I can wait until he recovers and meet you back at the town if need be.
Oh no, I don't think that we should split up at all.
I'll let you guys
Is
discuss
anyone
that.
else hurt?
Yeah, my feelings are hurt. Skordak almost killed my horse.
Don't kill my horsey!
Yeah, Vendrick's pretty beat down still.
I've got some healing.
Not too.
Bertram will cast a cure light on you, Venric. What? Holy crap!
Is it the infamous one?
Yeah.
Are you
Showing
kidding
off.
me?
No, I'm not even going to tell you guys. It's just going to be 2 hit points forever.
Well, luckily, when it comes to cure mod, you roll a lot higher, dude.
God bless America, man. This is too redundant for me to even care about it. What does that bring you to, Venric?
3.
I am now at 11.
Shut up, kid. Oh man! All right, I'm going to use healing hands on you.
Bertram, perhaps you should heal yourself, my friend. You look worse than I do.
Oh, well, that one
Here,
gave
you
me
do
7.
that, Bertram. I have some I can give him as well. Venric, I'll give you a cure mod since I know you're pretty.
Oh, hold on! I just gave him 7 more, and then go ahead and cure mod. I just wanted to let you guys know.
Okay.
Cure mod, Bertram.
Okay, all right, I'll give it to Bertram. That's another 7, Bertram.
Oh, nice. All right,
I have 2 cure lights left. Who needs them?
I think Venric, we should make sure you're tip-top shape.
Well, what are you at right now, currently?
I'm at 8.
Yeah, I'm at 18, so I think maybe put 1 more on Bertram and then hold on to the rest of them.
Oh, I've got healing hands. I can use them myself if you want to save your spells.
Okay. How about I'll give 1 more to Venric since he's at 18, which is not very many, and then I'll hold 1 in reserve.
I'm almost ready.
Okay, I'm going to do 1 on myself as well.
Venric, that's another 5.
And I also get 5. I've got 1 healing hands left for healing.
Okay.
Celibus, you got hit. How are you?
I did. I'm at 6 of 13.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
know.
dude, I forgot when Skordak came up, he hit you and rolled your mirror, like your actual self, not your mirror image.
Yeah.
Like first round of combat.
yeah, he smacked me. That's when I realized I was like, because I left that combat because I was like, I could only take one of those.
Yeah, he was a tough old bastard, man.
Oh yeah.
If you'll permit me, Celibus, I would heal you.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh, Max. Okay, you get 7 hit points.
Ooh, that puts me back up to full then, actually. Thank you.
Okay, and that is my healing for the day.
Right.
And we do have poultices too and stuff we can put on
Yeah.
while we're resting.
Okay, well, what's next, guys?
Well, I think
I'm looking over, still seeing double vision.
Well, go ahead, Celibus.
as I said before, the orc had quite a few magic items, things that we'd found, but I'm sure there's more to be about. We haven't really even searched any of these buildings.
Yeah, I think we should definitely take every ounce of wealth from these beasts.
Anything that seems useful.
Whose turn is it with party pick?
So we actually had gone through the. Let's see, found my place here. Yep. So let's see. It looks like we had gone through our first set of picks, I believe. Okay. No, wait, no. Sorry, guys. We have not actually gotten enough magic items thus far to actually start rolling. So I was looking, I'm like, I could have swore we did, and then I looked through all my pages of party bag stuff, and I'm like, I don't think we actually did. So that's on me. I think we were just giving stuff before we only found like one item at a time. So I don't believe we've actually done a roll. So it's probably a good time to start that now.
Okay. Did you guys want to do that now, or did you want to search?
Probably
See if
once we
found anything else?
search.
Yeah.
Search for anything else.
I agree.
Okay. You guys search through the pack. Is already moving inside the house because they are they're looking for Rend. So within the house, you don't find any treasure or anything of value upstairs. However, downstairs, you do find the unconscious Rend, who is beaten and tied up in the corner. They give him a potion, and Rend comes around. He looks terrible. He's been horribly mauled. But you do find... Now, some of this stuff I gave you last time just because I wanted you to know about.
Yep.
The Amulet of the Bear.
Yep.
A spell book. Did I tell you what was in the spell book already?
Yes, you did.
I thought I did. I haven't given you coins or anything yet, though, correct?
No, none of that sort of stuff.
All right. 1,646 copper.
Ooh.
378 silver.
Okay.
470 gold.
All right.
51 platinum.
Ooh. Okay.
Several gems.
Mhm.
A smoky quartz worth 50.
Okay.
A white pearl worth 100.
Nice.
An amber worth 100 gold.
Mhm.
A yellow topaz worth 250 gold.
Okay.
several pieces of jewelry. There is a wrought gold ring worth 100.
Nice.
A set of jade earrings in a teak box worth 200.
Nice.
A silver bracelet set with a red garnet worth 75 gold.
Okay.
And I also told you found the scroll tube containing this clerical scroll of raised dead, correct?
Yes, that's casted level 12, I believe.
Penned by the great cleric of the light, Miranda Graff, a famous healer and writer, beloved by the light. It was said she was transformed into pure light and received into the heavens rather than dying. That
Would
was
I
what
know
you
her?
found. You've heard of her, yes. She's a saint.
Treasured item here.
Now on Scordag, I believe I gave you most of his stuff. You found the gauntlets of ogre power, but you guys said you don't want that, so you threw it in the river. I think was what happened there.
Sure, that's a
Fantasy!
The Hammer of Ruin,
Yep.
the Ring of Protection,
Mm-hmm.
the Boots of Striding and Springing.
Mm-hmm.
Did I give you the potions that Scordag had?
No.
Okay. He had 2 potions of greater healing,
Nice. Okay.
2 potions of healing,
Nice.
3 healing poultices,
Well, Scordag.
All right.
he was wearing a gold armed torque with a wolf motif that was worth 250 gold.
Nice.
Nice.
And he was also wearing a gold amulet set with a ruby. And that was worth 350 gold.
Go,
Nice.
Scordag.
Yep, he was loaded. And that, just double check and make sure I'm not forgetting anything.
He was loaded.
Because I did want to mention something, folks, as well. Another reason to perhaps end up in soft code at some point. We still have quite a bit of stuff that we never even sold from our first, foray into Fartham. We still have quite a bit of just random gems and stuff that we've not been able to sell.
Yep, that's right.
Now, in addition to all this, remember, you have to divide up this loot, not the magic items, but the regular loot amongst the pack as well. So keep that separate.
Yeah.
What you're looting here, because they want a cut of that as well. Now, also, you do find some gear that the dwarf Graven Granite Hammer tells you is his. It's nothing special. It's just some. It looks like some chainmail, a shield, a warhammer. Puts a helm on his head, and he the shield has the symbol of the Dwarven Allfather upon it as the cleric. He's a cleric of the Allfather, and he gets all that gear together as well.
Is that both houses searched then?
Yes. You do find also there is a lot of weaponry in the smithy. It's a lot of in the orc style, but it's made much nicer than normal. And you see the dwarf just like spit as you realize they've been forcing him to churn this stuff out. And he's just disgusted by it. Wolf is already kind of over there talking to him, explaining, and you kind of overhear. He's not hiding anything, but you overhear him saying, "We'll get you back to Softcoat. That's where I'm to meet members of your clan." And you see the dwarf. I wait to leave this place.
We did have some questions for him. Did you see, when you were taken, did you see a relic of any kind?
The chest.
Yes.
Aye, lass, I saw it. I saw the damnable thing. They brought it to me. Hey, you see, they tried to open it. Seems old Father Gedwin had put a sigil upon there. Caused him damage. Unfortunately,
I knew they used the dwarf to open it. I knew it.
Fortunately, I was compelled. I didn't want to, but I couldn't see losing a hand or a foot over it, which is what Skordak threatened. They paid him quite handsomely. And so I did what I had to do to survive. I opened the thing. I used all my craft. There's a murky
Isn't there
orb
much
within.
shame amongst dwarves?
Huh?
Isn't there much shame amongst dwarves?
Much shame.
Yes.
What are you speaking of there, boy?
Always heard such things.
I've no shame for doing what I must do to survive.
He was telling us of the orb, Celovus.
I know. I was just curious.
Oh,
I always heard of the famous when dwarves get pushed into situations like that.
I see. You were saying about the orb, though?
What? The orb, yes. Yes, it was an orb, murky looking, like it had clouds within it. The size of a skull. It's held by carven draconic hands of brass that clutched it. It ended in a base so that the thing could sit upright. Glowed with many colored lights from within. There seemed to be, as I say, shifting clouds within the glass, if indeed it was glass. They called the thing the Eye of the Great Worm. Not sure what all it does. They took it back to the temple. My understanding was, and I overheard this, they have a deal with the cult of the Crimson God. Envoys from Vost, supposedly. I don't know what the cult here is trading for it. They're mad, and not themselves any servant of the Crimson God, but would appear they themselves are gaining something, though I could not say what.
Any idea how long ago it was that you opened it?
A week ago, perhaps. Days run together. Maybe a little less, a little more. It's hard to say. I thought I'd be killed out of hand afterward, but Skordak set me to work. Apparently that was the main reason that I was captured. They were looking for me or someone like me to do this very thing.
Are the orcs massing?
No, not here. Here. South they're massing. And then east in some of the mountains. You must understand well, you may already know this, lass, you being an Elfinel, but the situation, the orcs battled the elves, battled some of my kinsfolk as well. The elves and dwarves haven't warred for some time, but this all changed when the Northmen came down. They came down the river, and once they made their way down the Thunder River, well, let me tell you, everything changed. They drove everyone before them. Everyone. Orcs, men, dwarves, these barbarians. They were fierce, they were many. They stopped at nothing. Now, my understanding is Korak is their warlord. He's taken a fortress from the orcs. That was a big blow, you see. For up the Thunder River, that was where one of the major orc strongholds was. But this warlord Korak, he takes no prisoners. And he took the fort, and that is the main settlement now. It's known as Korak. But the orcs aren't massing here. I think Skordag was attempting to make a new start here. Maybe draw more orcs to him here. Obviously, he won't be doing that. Not missing a head. That was well done, lad. But nonetheless, no, I don't think the orcs are a problem. In fact, I doubt you'll see many orcs within the Lonely Valley after this. It was well done, and you have my thanks for freeing me, for rescuing me, all of the above.
Glad you're all right.
Well, it's been a long, dark journey. Never expected to be free again. My kinsman will be most happy, and the bounty hunter over there, he tells me that there's a substantial reward that you all will take part in, which is good. So, any other questions?
I interrupted Celibus, and I apologize. You were questioning him, Celibus.
Oh, no. I'm good.
Yeah, thank you. That's part of we've been chasing that relic. We hoped that you would know about it.
That's as much as I know. It could still be here in Fartham somewhere, maybe up at the temple. It could be gone. It's impossible to know. I have no idea.
Okay.
But I'm not going up there. You're welcome. Thank you. I wouldn't go near that cursed place. The priestess is mad, but there's something. She came, mind you. She came down. There was something in her eyes, something otherworldly. I don't know. This twisted tree they worship, it's something more than a tree. I can guarantee you that. Aye.
Well, then we need to decide what we are going to do. Here's what I propose. Haste is going to be at least 3 days before he can walk. I say we all stay here. Fartham is a death trap, and I feel like if we leave you, it's not a good idea. I say we stay here, hold this old smithy until he can walk. I can help, nurse him back to the ability to walk, and then we can make our slow way back to the temple.
Or to the graveyard.
Oh, there's that, yeah.
Sorry, let me see my way out of this conversation.
What say you?
So close to that temple. It could be right there. But, yes, I mean, I'll be staying with Haste either way. And if the three want to go on without me, I don't blame you. But if you'd prefer to stay to keep the group together, then yes, I'd prefer that. Either way, I can't leave Haste here.
Survender guy, I'm not leaving you. I will stay.
I appreciate it, my friends. What of you, Celibus?
Yes, I don't see leaving it. There's no way we're dragging this horse out of here. So
We'll just pick Haste up, put him over his shoulder.
With them gauntlets, you should be
was
able
bad
to.
enough. So I tend to. Although these are Warcraft orcs, right? They can just
Yeah, just
their own they're volleyballs and stuff.
Hoist them up.
You guys ever see that movie?
No, I never did see that.
Crash Warcraft movie.
That's old.
Ugh.
Well, sorry, go ahead, Benner.
So, it sounds like that's the plan. We wait here until Haste can walk. And we head back to the temple, and from the temple, it sounds like Southcote.
Right, the pack could leave now and take Bravin to Southcote, and we could rendezvous with them down there.
Wolf kind of walks over at this point, overhearing the conversation, and he says, I hate to leave you here like that. Is there any way we could rig something up to get the horse out of here? instead of waiting. Take him back maybe at least to camp.
I look at the horse and I trying to think if I can think of like a bigger travois system. We can maybe use the elk to help pull.
And I'm gonna spit this out here just because I don't have it all set up in front of me, and you guys probably don't remember. There is a large wagon here.
No. Well, that would do.
One of the wheels looks kind of busted, but the dwarf cleric, he's a smith. He says, "I can repair that if you wish."
Yeah,
Yes, that would be ideal. If that's the case,
out of here.
yeah, if that's the case, we don't even necessarily have to wait 3 days for haste to heal. We could just start heading back to the temple now. He can rest while he wait. He can heal while he rests in the wagon.
At the very least, we can all go together. Wolf really doesn't look like he wants to after you helped him get rend. He just doesn't look thrilled to leave you guys in a jam like this.
That's what we'll do then.
Yeah, that worked for me.
Repair the wagon, load haste onto the wagon, head back to camp, and then from there back to the temple.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes you about half the day, because again, you guys hit this place late morning, I believe it was. It takes you guys into the afternoon to get the wagon repaired, then to rig up a system where you get some boards nailed together. Luckily, there's tons of smithing supplies, carpentry supplies. You're able to get something that, with half a dozen of you or so, you're able to lift the horse over onto it, then use the boards that you've lashed together, almost like a big table, like big plank table, to get him up on the wagon. He whickers in pain very weakly, and it's kind of shocking, this brave warhorse haste that you've seen just charge through the middle of everything. It's kind of shocking to hear these weak sounds coming out of him now and his labored breathing, and you just realize how hard Skordag hit. And you're able to get him loaded up. It's getting dark as you guys pull out of the, you reckon you got just about enough daylight to get back to camp, unless anything goes terribly wrong. So let's go ahead, Celavus the Seeker, and roll me a d6.
All right. It is a 6.
Okay. There is no encounter. You guys make your way through the town. Again, up the road, this map should show better, but it really, I didn't have it clipped as good as I thought I did. So you can see at the very bottom center, that's the smithy, and the road is out in front of it. So for a better view of it, would be probably this one. You can see the smithy there to the north of that area, up in the north east of the map. At any rate, as you you make your way up from there, the road comes to a crossroad, and you head northeast out of town. It's getting pretty close to dark as you're exiting town, and by the time it's well after dark by the time you get back to camp. And as you get there, you can see your guards kind of come out, and what's left of them, because there weren't many. Yeah, most of them didn't come with you. Yep. Actually, Brother Bertram, why don't you roll me d6, see if they ran into anything?
Don't say that.
You low down kidnapping DM. Dex. Wow.
Luck holds. Your luck holds. You get back. It's probably 8-9 o'clock by the time you guys get back. You make your way into camp. The remainder of Scarrow's arrows, they look jumpy as crap, because remember, you took Scarrow and 2 of the other arrows. You left 2 back there. One of their number is still very, very injured. And so you find yourself back in camp again, though. And it feels, it feels good in a way. But it that sense, you guys have started to realize it's like a sixth sense when you're in Fartham, there's like a dread that just overwhelms you. But when you're near it, it lessens, but you still feel it here. Like it's just like evil. You can just like in waves. But now that you're at this point, and you also realize as you all get back and you look at the traveling temple, you realize you feel like you just fasten your eyes on it for a moment, and you realize that although it's hard not to think of it as just a wagon, it is in fact a traveling temple, and you feel some lessening of the dread just by it being close. But you make your way back in. What do you guys do? It's camp. It's late.
Yeah. Set watches. Get some sleep.
Bertram is going to walk around the camp praying before he turns in.
Okay.
Venric and Clay will take first watch.
And,
all right.
Myself and Vrixis are gonna, at least before we go to bed, we're actually gonna spend some time using some poultices. I'm gonna use some poultices on him and then one on myself, as well, just to kind of top ourselves off for the day.
That's a good idea.
Does anyone else need healing?
I will do the same thing with a poultice.
So will
Just
Venric, actually.
that way we're not using up, good spells
Here.
and stuff like that.
Well, why don't I use up the rest of my spells and still renew in the morning, real quick?
Yeah, if you have more.
I have 2 left. Yeah.
Okay.
Or, I'm sorry, I have 1 left. I have 1 Cure Light left. So, Celavis, I'll give it to you. So you get 4 back.
Thank you.
Well, I can roll really good for a poultice.
So then, DM, I will only use the poultice on Vrixis. Just
Okay.
Kate topped me off.
And Venric will use his poultice on himself. Pretty close to full now. Yeah.
So he's back to 23. He was only down to 19, so good.
Very well. You all have made your way back. You've done your healing. Are you all going to try to go through the loot now, or are you just going to wait and get back to the temple?
Well, it might help us on the way back.
It's true. We have quite a few things here.
Or you wouldn't even have to go through all the coin right now, just if you guys wanted to
Yeah.
divide up items. Again,
options,
Snick took
yeah.
the gauntlets, I think, was what we agreed on.
I thought they were in the
There's
river.
a dead goblin.
We threw him in the river, Snick dove in after him.
Yeah, I just got a fire brummel.
He was evil.
Yeah.
I knew it.
So are we rolling then?
Yeah, I would say. Let's see. Is the pack getting a roll of these as well? Out of curiosity,
For what?
for all of the magic items and whatnot.
Nope. If you remember, they said they would forgo any of that. They did want a cut of the actual coinage and jewelry and gems, but you guys saved Rend after they were out of luck, so they're more than happy to just forgo that.
Okay.
Even though
All right.
Snick might have other thoughts.
I burned left. No.
Wolf doesn't even let him speak. He's like, no.
All right. So, yeah, I guess everybody roll a 20.
Okay.
High on D20. All right.
I got an 11.
I got an 8.
7.
Actually, me and you, Joel, need to roll off because we both got 7. Jerry, you said you got an 8?
Yep.
Okay. Me and you, Joel, both rolled 7s. So we'll re-roll for... I rolled a 1 on the next one, so...
I rolled a 5.
Okay, so there it goes. So,
Let's get these numbers out of the way, guys.
yeah, exactly. All the subpar numbers. All right. So, Bertram. Can then sell this. All right. So, the things that we have, we've got the Gauntlets of Overpower, the Hammer of Ruin, the Ring of Protection, Boots of Springing and Striding, the Amulet of the Bear, and And then the Scroll of Raised Dead, I figured, actually, that probably should just go straight to Bertram. Think, guys?
Yeah.
So he's the only one that's going to be ever able to use it.
Yeah.
Okay, cross that off there. It's cast level 12, by the way.
Wow. That's going to come in handy, guys.
Hopefully. Well, hopefully not, actually. I
Yeah.
think that's the better phrasing of that. I hope we never have to worry about
Right.
Mhm.
it. Yeah, Elwyn. What? So, like I say, and if there's anything, like I say, the DM gave us a rough idea of what. So, like the Gauntlets of Ogre Power, self-explanatory. The Hammer of Ruin is a +1, and it can do like a slam, for like a kind of shockwave. Boots of Spring and Striding. The Amulet of the Bear gives you +1 to AC and Dark Vision.
I'm torn. But my AC sucks, so I'm gonna go Amulet of the Bear.
Excellent
Nice.
choice, Kate.
Yeah, +1 to AC and Dark Vision.
And an extra hit point per level, I think. That's right?
Yeah.
The Amulet of Bear gives you +1 AC, Dark Vision 30 feet, and +1 hit point per level.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Okay.
Yep, I missed that part of it. So,
Just remember that if you lose the amulet, you lose 1 hit point per level.
So like right now, I add 3 hit points to my total.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Nice.
don't add that to your total roll, because if someone, say Snick steals the amulet, throws it into, say, a smith's furnace out of spite, then you lose those 3 hit points, and that's not your permanent roll.
Right.
That's also why we keep track of what you roll per level.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. That is my pick.
okay. So that was Aelin, Brother Bertram.
I am going to take the Hammer of Ruin.
Nice.
Thank you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
very much.
Heck yeah, that thing's
It's a
bad
good
up.
choice.
And that is it's a +1 weapon. It's got the slam that it can. It's the same version of paralysis. I have it's a 30-foot. When it does the slam, it's a 30-foot circle. Is that
Wow.
is that the
Yep,
case?
30-foot radius.
Okay. So
Basically, but that don't forget that includes friend or foe. Anyone within a 30-foot radius must save versus paralysis or be knocked prone and stunned for 1 round, also taking 1d4 damage.
okay, perfect.
Good Lord.
Make sure if you do that when you're surrounded by enemies.
Right.
I like it a lot. Bertram will charge in the beginning. Slam the ground. You're right.
All right, Sir Venric.
Oh, I'll go with the ogre or the gauntlets of ogre power.
Nice.
I had a feeling.
A good choice.
Gauntlets of Ogre Power are +2 to your strength score while worn, not a permanent stat boost.
Right.
So you should be +1 more to hit and damage because you had a 16 strength, I believe, which that boosts you to an 18, which is +3 instead of +2.
Wait.
Nice. Okay. Sir Venric. I'm going to take the boots of springing and striding.
Excellent.
I was curious if you'd go that or the ring. Interesting.
I can do a lot of like mage armor and mirror image and that sort of stuff. What I can't do is get around easily. So sometimes if I want
That
to,
makes sense.
So the boots
You
of
know.
springing and striding give you 10 feet of extra movement, and you make all jump and movement checks with advantage.
nice. Heck yeah.
Is that what were you torn between, Aelin?
It was the amulet and the boots, but I really like the dark vision, and I had forgotten about the hit point, and the AC was really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a sweet amulet.
plus, I'm gonna turn into a bear. He didn't mention that, but
Oh yeah, you forgot that part, UB.
I did. That's later. She turns into a bear and attacks Bertram.
I'm a bear. Bertram the bear. We're friends.
We still have the Ring of Protection as well. So
Why do you guys do that? Do you re-roll a new series?
Yeah, we'll
I
probably.
think so.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah. So, you guys want to roll?
Yep.
And then that whoever takes it.
I got a 7 this time.
I got an 8.
I rolled a 3.
Jeez.
Okay, and I got a 6. We're getting all of our terrible rolls out. Wow.
So 8
Oh,
is the highest
8
one.
wins.
Bertram.
Unbelievable. Okay, Bertram's going to take the ring and he's going to give it to Selvus.
Really? Look at that.
You, friend, need this.
What? I tend to, it could be used by anyone.
I know. I have armor. Sir Venric has armor. Aelwyn can wear some armor. You wear no armor. Please take this gift.
Well, you just have to check your roll for it, friend.
I'll take it. Says Snick.
He just runs off into the bushes before he can catch him.
Well, I'm not going to say no. How about this, Jerry? You can just take my roll. I mean, I know it's lower, but
No, Bertram takes his role. That's his choice, and he wants that as a gift.
Okay, well,
Dang.
I'll take it. Thank you.
You're welcome, friend.
All right, so that's +1 to AC, correct?
Darn it, Jerry. Now I really want to clip off that mace head and put a cooler hammerhead on it, and I probably will end up doing it.
Oh, buddy. The
Long as that-
hammer of ruin.
As long as that hammer doesn't get like destroyed by dragonfire or something, because that could happen.
Hey,
You just look
we
over
don't need
and
no
push this
stinking
nipple down.
dragon. Oh, Vrix. You've annoyed me, cleric.
Wow, that's some good stuff. Everybody got some good stuff.
Yeah. Well, what is your guys' AC now? Yo, and you got the amulet?
Yeah, I'm up to 16 now.
That's good stuff. What about you, Selvus?
And that will put me up to a base AC of 13.
See, you freaking
Holy
needed
crap!
that,
You
buddy.
made the right call on that, Bertram. Yeah, for sure, bud.
Oh yeah, I've
Because here's
been
the
running
thing,
around with.
what if we're in an extended fight or something and you can't cast mage armor again? You know?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Yep.
It'll definitely come in handy. It's just I didn't want to, let's say, take it from anybody that could also use it.
Dude, I have a 19 AC. It'll give me a 20 AC, which is nice. But I'd rather see everyone protected.
What's Venric's stupid AC?
430. It is
Figured.
21.
Dumb. 20 dumb. What's Venric's plus to hit now with those stupid gauntlets?
It is +7 to hit.
Holy
Oh,
Plus
crap.
7 to hit? Good
Yes, sir.
gracious. Great Googa Mooga. Is it?
Oh, by the way, DM, just as an FYI, because now that your wizard has the ability to kind of jump around places, I also have Scorching Ray as my new favorite spell.
Oh, goody.
Jump around. Jump up, and get down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hop around doing Scorching Rays.
That's terrible. What's your movement? 40 feet now?
40 feet now. Yeah.
Good
With
lord.
advantage on, trying to get into high places.
Elvis, you took the fireball spell too, right?
Oh, I have the scroll, but I can't cast the spell yet because I can't cast third level spells. But I do have the scroll. That was in that spell book.
Absolutely.
Student very
So-
soon.
Yes. That plus visibility. I've got quite a few new spells that I can mess around with. I just have to scribe them into my book.
Do you have sleep yet?
Yes, that was one of the ones that we'd actually gotten.
I'm very happy about your acquisition of that spell.
Yeah, but it takes me, I think according to the rules, it takes me a day per spell for scribing into my spell book. Is that correct, DM? When I looked at it last.
And it has to be a spell that you can cast as well.
Yeah, like
So-
the per level that I can actually do. But yeah,
Yep.
so it's a spell per day. So it'll take me a couple of days to get everything in my.
Good thing we got some downtime coming up. Folks.
Lots of travel.
It's true.
Well, I am very happy. Look at this.
He's gonna
I love it. Jerry goes to yell and it cuts him off every time.
Did I get cut off?
Yeah, every time you go to yell, it's
Look at this hammer.
You guys want to take 5? All right. So you make your way back to camp and set your watches. Again, with such a large camp, I mean, you guys have so many people here. You have so much going on that I'm just going to jump over and Aylwin, I'm going to have you roll with advantage, though. Or, just roll 1 throughout the night.
4.
No encounter. If even so much as an owl who's nearby, it thinks better of getting too close to this camp full of deadly killers. Venric, roll me a D3 and add 1 for haste.
2. That would be 4 days.
Oh, so haste doesn't even wake up for 4 days.
Yikes.
Yeesh. Keep track of that. All right.
And then
So-
it was the full was 1 day 3 weeks, was it?
Yeah, well, it's 1d3 plus. Let me, you know what? Before I say the wrong thing, I'm going to double check it again. Let's go back here.
What is that? I think there's 3 different things. We have multiple weeks of healing.
Yes.
So I think there's
Yep.
So many people.
one of the Scare's arrows, Old Garn, Copper,
Plus copper.
and now Haste.
We need a more pungent healing spell.
All right.
Pungent?
So,
Yes.
it's actually just D3 days. No, D3 plus 1 days. But okay, with long-term care of a competent healer, it'll be D3 plus 1 weeks after he wakes up in like, so if you guys get him back to the temple, it's D3 plus 1 weeks after that first day that he will wake up. So the night passes. You guys find yourself. It is the next morning. It's a cloudy morning. It's the last day of October. You guys, this is actually exactly 3 weeks from the campaign start in game terms.
Wow.
I mean, obviously 15 sessions for us, more than 15 weeks because we had to take breaks and holidays and stuff, but it's 3 weeks from the time you began. As you begin making your way back to the temple. Venric, won't you roll me day 1? I'm just going to roll 1 encounter because, again, you guys are a massive group at this point. Roll me with advantage, though. 2d6. Take the higher roll.
Oh, 2. The 1 and the
Right.
2.
No encounter. All right. So that day passes, and you camp on the road. That night, Celvis, roll me again with advantage for encounters.
Okay. That's a 4 and a 6.
No encounter. All right. Oops. Let's see. keep track of my notes here. Because if I don't, I'll have no idea what's going on, and the dragon will just have to attack. All right. And on the 1st of November, you arrive back at the Temple of the Argent Lord. It is, as you are making your way back in here, it starts to rain, and you guys get a hint of sleet start to be mixed in with it. It's not all day, but through the morning, as you're making your final slog, the last hours you're getting up to the temple, the weather just turns nasty. The sun hides behind the clouds, and it's a gray day. It's rain and sleet, and you finally, around just before lunchtime, you roll up into the temple, and you make your way in.
Well, it's good to be back.
Yes, it is.
And we're now done with that calendar page. We're on to, look at all those events. Oh, it's not going to show. Dang it. There it is.
Green screen.
Yep. Now we're into November. You make your way. You're at the Temple of the Argent Lord.
So what's the plan, Sir Benrick? For Haste and Softcoat, are we waiting until he's healed before we leave? I was curious what your thoughts were.
Well, I'm gonna wait with him at least until he's back on his feet. So it's 4 days until he is conscious.
Yeah.
And then it is, after that, it's D3 plus 1 weeks before he can be like ridden or anything like that.
Yes.
But
before
he make? Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, before he's on his feet.
At that point, though, could he make the trip just walking to Southcote? Do I know?
No way.
No?
No way. He'll be, if you try to even make him walk more than just hobbling around the yard, he'll be permanently lamed. You'd have to put him down.
Wow. Okay.
I was just curious because that, may make us change kind of some of our normal tactics on the road.
Yeah.
Wolf,
Yeah.
as you guys get back, Wolf says, talk amongst yourselves. I've got some things to see to, but maybe this evening we can sit down at dinner and just discuss.
Very good.
I'll leave you guys to discuss your moves and get myself out of here.
Well,
Well,
I mean, we're looking at 3.5 weeks before Haste is, fully healed. So, if we wait that long, it's going to put us in almost into December before trying to make the trip to Southcote. Now, how long of a trip is it to Southcote? Here's the other thing. We also wanted to stop by and visit the elves as well on the way.
yeah.
How far is it? I wonder how far of a trip that is.
Okay, well,
they
let me
said-
just show you.
Sorry.
Nope, that's my bad. I just wanted to show you the map because me and Kate had this the other day. So the Bramblewood, which is where the elves are supposed to be, if you look on your map there, is about really 8 miles away to the northern edge of it. So it's not far. It's actually closer to start going into the Bramblewood. You guys have been camping at the far eastern fringes of the Bramblewood near Fartham. So the Bramblewood is not that far away. Southcote, you got to go further down the castle road to make your way there. And that's going to take you quite a while.
I mean, I wonder if we could, while Haste is healing, we could make a trip into the Bramblewood and then come back for Haste and then head to Southcote. Problem with doing that is that's going to put us well into, I don't know, it could be December before we're, really heading. And we're in the winter at that point.
Right. But the thing is, if we go down there, Haste is just going to be stuck there through the winter because as the roads become impassable, we won't be able to come back and get him.
Right.
And they said, kind of really going into late November, the roads really start getting, tough to traverse. So, Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it to our attention, because it may be something to think about.
Hmm. I don't know. I hate leaving him here all winter. But I don't. If we don't do that, then either we leave Haste here all winter, or we wait here all winter. And we can't really do that.
Well, we can. Just we got to make a decision on what we want.
It's true. Because if we, as Wolf said, he could hold on to the our portion of the reward, and whatnot, but it's 2,000 gold, that we just have sitting waiting for us down there. But again, it isn't the worst case scenario if we are stuck at the temple, for most of the winter.
Well, let me sleep on this. And reconvene. Perhaps tomorrow after a good rest.
Possibilities that I'm thinking too. Like you had mentioned, Sir Venric, we could go now down to the Bramblewood, which is 8 miles, and then try and make it back before the snows were to hit. And then we could decide at that point.
Oh, yeah, I mean, we could certainly be back before the snows get worse. That's a trip of a few days.
And then there's a chance, if the snows aren't too bad, we could make it to the hills northwest of Reuven as well, but I don't know.
On the way back, yeah. I mean, this is all, close by. We could do all of that. I don't see why not.
Assuming we don't, get waylaid or engage in other activities. But yeah, we could make a plan to go down to the Bramblewood, and then on the way back to the temple, head through Reuven and attempt to find this holy site that the angel showed me, and then make our further plans. But it might be that we've chosen to winter at the temple then. How does everyone feel about that?
I feel fine. I'm not terribly worried about Softcoat one way or the other.
We do have haste, and that's a large consideration. We also have Copper and Garner wounded here as well, recovering.
And it's true. We have a lot of wounded.
Yeah, that's a good point about Copper and Garner. Well, I'd prefer to stay with my steed. I just don't feel right leaving him here by himself all winter. I'm sure he would be in good hands, and I would pay handsomely to make sure that he recovers, but it just doesn't seem right. But at the same time, on the other hand, I wouldn't expect all three of you to wait the entire winter. As Sullivan said, that's 2,000 gold pieces just waiting all winter long.
Well, 2,000 gold pieces is not going to cause me to separate from this group. It'll wait.
Why don't we talk to Wolf at dinner?
Yeah.
We can all think on it. Perhaps reconvene. Split the party.
The darkness has entered.
Don't listen to it.
Sauron has entered chat.
It'll be fine.
Celivus, please cover the Palantir.
I was just playing with it.
You didn't find the dragon tier. I mean the Palantir.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna settle in until kind of the evening until we go to talk to Wolf.
Okay. Is
Go,
anyone
Brother
else
Bertram.
doing? Go ahead.
Brother Birch will do the same.
Is anyone else going to do anything different?
Nope.
Yeah, Venric would just make sure that Haste gets put up somewhere comfortably, and he's, he'll spend some time with him just for a little bit before he joins everybody else.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way to the stables, and you can see that they're giving him the best possible care. Father Gedwin actually comes out once he's heard what's going on, and he, having been apprised of everything, he congratulates you all on your efforts on bringing Skordag down. You actually see he's standing near Gravin, the dwarven priest, and it looks like they've known each other a little bit. They're not like great buddies, but they know of each other. He comes out and tells you in a couple days when Haste awakens, you'll have a better idea of how long before he's healed. And then if there's nothing anyone else does, Benric, you make him comfortable. Clay tells you he'd like to just stay. I'd like to stay with Haste, sir, if it's okay.
Yeah, Clay, I think that would be good.
Stalwart and I will stay in here. And you see the puppy, who's growing bigger every day. The two of them are in the stables, and probably the stables next door is Ruthane as usual. And pretty much you guys are pretty well camped out. Scarrow's arrows go to check on old Garner, who is awake, still healing, cranky with his leg. You also find out Copper is awake, and he is mostly healed. And in fact, he's in a day or two. He's been told. He lets you know. Father Gedwin says I'm going to be fine. I'm still a little lightheaded. He told me to take another day or two, but I'm with you.
Good.
Welcome back, Copper.
Yeah.
Good to have you.
Seems like I missed a lot, but at any rate, I just want to let you know. And he kind of goes, wobbling back to his bed pretty quickly. That evening, you all make your way to the common room, and you see that Wolf is standing nearby. He says to you each, he's like, look, Father Gedwin said we could just have the use to the library. He said we can even eat in there, just so we can have our little palaver here. And he kind of takes a plate and starts walking toward the library. You notice, because the library is just across the main hall, and you notice no one else is in there. You see Rend in there. He's kind of healing up, as well as Zephyr. Snick is nowhere in sight. Snick doesn't come into the temple, just because there are a lot of knights and such that are just going to be like, maybe there won't be any explanation, and that'll be it. So you guys, assuming you grab plates and mugs and head into the library?
Mm-hmm.
I do.
All in there.
And as you make your way in there, Gedwin comes in behind you just for a moment. He's like, I've told everyone the library is yours for the evening to do as you will. I want you to know you've done everyone a great service, including Gravin here. I've known him off and on over the years. But perhaps after my I'll crash the end of your meeting. I'll go make ready for the evening service, but please avail yourself. And as he walks out, you realize he's getting ready for the evening service, but even Bertram, he wants you to just be a part of this conversation as it's going down and everything. Wolf is he's already just mowed down on his food, and he sets the plate aside as you guys are eating. So, we've got business. I want to thank you all again. Ren kind of stands up wobbly. As do I. I thank you. My All-Father. Thought that was it for me. He sits back down. What's that?
I said, we're glad it wasn't.
You can see that the cleric, Gravin, is sitting by quietly, nursing a mug of ale, himself eating. And you see Wolf is like, I understand you've still got business, your mount's injured, you've got some other people injured here. So, I need to get on to Softcoat. Zephyr tells me it'll be a full moon, in a couple weeks. And the cleric looks around like mystified, Gravin, like he's like, so, but, he's like, so we want to make the best use, leading up to that. Anyhow, it's at least roughly a week's journey, get to Softcoat. So, we can make our way. Now, I don't know what your plans are. You know you're part of the reward, safe with us. Or we could, I don't know if you're gonna, but we'll wait for you if you're still planning on making your way to Softcoat before winter. If not, either way, your business is yours. But look, if you make your way to Softcoat, look for us at the Loaded Dice. It's our favorite inn.
Okay.
Right. Wolf, and that's where you and the group will stay through the winter?
We'll most likely, if we take any other jobs, it'll be nearby. We've got that other business that I explained to you about, I think this coin is going to be what we need to maybe make some headway into our problem. And again, you guys see the old cleric just kind of glance around like, but he doesn't ask any questions. He just seems to be grateful. He's like, now to collect the full reward, I've got to get Gravin here back to his people. The Granite Hammer clan hired us. They're good for the coin. Trust me. They're reliable. And it'll be a good thing. Now, it's up to you. I can leave your money at the bank there in Softcoat, or I can hang on to it till I see you. You tell me which.
I would say leave it at the bank just in case we don't make it there before the winter. Not that we won't for sure, but the off chance we get stuck up here. What do you say, everyone?
I agree.
Very well. I'll leave it at the bank. Do you want me to wait some time, or just as soon as I get the reward, put it in? And then that might be best. That way, whenever if you make it to Softcoat before winter, if you do, you don't have to. If we're out on another job, you can just get your money.
Yeah, indeed. However, if we do make it to Softcoat, we'll be sure to look you up at the Loaded Dice.
Aye, it's our favorite inn, and well, like I say, we're likely going to winter there. We've got some business to attend to. That's kind of where we operate out of. Really appreciate it again.
Yeah, it was good to work alongside of a professional crew like yourselves. And Rend, it's good to see you on your 2 feet again.
Aye, my friend. Thank you. I'll not forget what you've done. All of you. I'm in your debt. You guys can see Ren's one eye is still half swollen shut. He's missing some teeth. He's bruised up. He's got cuts. He's had healing, but he just looks mangled.
Well, we have to figure out what we're gonna do, but we'll be sure to find you.
Absolutely, and I understand that. Trust me, if we could tarry, then we would. And Zephyr's like, we must get on the road, Wolf.
He needs to get back.
Well,
either way, whether it's in late fall or early spring, we will look you up.
Aye, my friend. We'll raise a cup together. Wolf stands, then walks over to each one of you, holds out an arm, and you guys once again, actually I should have done this earlier, I don't know why I didn't, but you guys realize what a strange kind of crew that this is that you've kind of thrown in your lot with, but they're a good bunch. Obviously Snick's not there, but the rest of them, Wolf and Rend and Zephyr, they each walk around, saying their goodbyes in their specific ways. Wolf goes to each one of you, grips your forearm. Zephyr leans in to hug each one of you, especially Aelin. She gives you sister hug. Ren kind of nods to most of you, gives Venric the warriors, forearm to forearm handshake, and they themselves look a little sad to be parting from you all. And Ren kind of looks around and says, "They don't seem right. Well, should throw a party or something. But we've got to go, as they say. But you make your way to Softcoat. Drinks are on me."
We'll throw a party then.
Aye.
Celebration.
Granite Fist stands as well, the old dwarf, the white beard, the rune priest. He looks at each one of you in turn. "There's the mark of destiny about each of you. If you come to Softcoat, I may yet be there as well. You should seek me out. My kin will be there. Granite Hammer clan will go great again in the Shattered Lands. Visions have foretold it. We may be of help to one another beyond this."
Where to find you?
I'm within the city. I'm not sure where my kin are, but ask around for the Granite Hammer clan. There's at this time there's a knock at the door.
I open it.
You see a young knight standing there, Sir Emran Drayton. This manservant, his man-at-arms, not far behind. He's on crutches yet. He's limping quite a bit. You realize, he'll heal up. Luckily for him, he's young, and as he's standing there with Clive, his man-at-arms, I'm sorry, I heard you were meeting here. Well, Sir Venric, I'd just like a word if I could.
Venric will kind of look to the group and stand. All right.
I challenge you. No, I'm kidding. No, just...
Bertram smashes his hammer to the ground.
Sir Venric, and then he bows from the waist, pained though it is. I've realized what a fool I've been, and Clive and Father Goodwin have talked sense into me, and I owe you an apology, and I thank you for sparing my life. It was nobly done.
Apology accepted. You'll make a fine knight yet, and we all have lessons to learn, hard though they may be.
I hope that's true. He's kind of scrambling and searching for words and things, and it's very clear that he's just he's struggling a little bit within himself with what to say, with how to say it. And as he kind of finally, I heard you were back, and we're going on to Riverwatch. We'll probably winter there at the Great Keep. I don't know what your plans are, but if you make your way there's going to be a tournament before, in a few weeks, I believe, before the Midwinter Festival. Perhaps I'll see you there. I guess that's all I really wanted to say.
All right. Well, perhaps I wouldn't count on it, Sir Emran, but just take it easy and remember we're on the same side here in the kingdom. And your brother was a brave man. I'm sure that you'll turn out to be as well.
Thank you, sir. As Clive has repeatedly let me know, I certainly don't deserve the mercy that you showed me, but I intend to do all that I can with my second chance. And
Sir
maybe this
Emran,
tournament is.
we're all in need of mercy at times, Sir Emran.
Yes, you're right. Of course. May it be that someday I can help you, Sir Benric, and make up for all this. In the meantime, maybe this tournament is just what I need, a fresh start, make my name.
Indeed.
We'll be off in the morning, and as the weather's growing bad, I just needed to make sure that I was hoping to get to speak to you.
To give him the old warrior's handshake.
And he does so gratefully. And he's kind of almost as glad. He's almost as grateful that you're shutting him up from talking at this point as just that, because he's like fumbling with his words, and he gratefully grips your hand. And, you realize he's a fine young knight. He's just very young, very idealistic, and was very misguided. And as he steps away, he kind of wipes a knuckle across his eyes. You realize he's like fighting back tears as he turns away, and Clive nods to you. Thank you, my lord. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. You two travel safe. May the light be with you, and perhaps we'll run into each other one day.
Yes, sir. Yes. And Clive, I, my lord. And they kind of turn away at that point and take their leave. Wolf and crew kind of look around, and Ren kind of stands up, claps you on the back. Venric kind of knocks you forward a little bit. Big old dwarven meat paw. Well, didn't expect that, but was well done.
Thank you, Ren. I gotta say, I didn't expect that either. But I'm glad to see that the young knight has turned around.
Yes, it's good. It's good. Well, Wolf kind of looks at you each. Enough of the goodbyes. We'll see you. Farewell. See you sooner or later. Either this life or the next. May the gods smile upon you. And he nods one more time, and he and Zephyr leaves, thanking you for all. Ren kind of lingers, but glances back at you all. I'll never forget what you did for me. And then he too leaves. Grabbing Granite Hammer, nods. Don't forget. Perhaps look me up, as I say, my kin and I. We might be able to help each other. And then he too turns and leaves. What does my party do?
It was well said, what you said, Sir Venric. Mercy is something we all need. You truly do walk in the light.
I forgot. As you guys are having this discussion, Father Gedwin, finally, he crashes the end of the meeting as he promised. You realize you guys have been in here eating and talking and going over things, and it's gotten later. The service has ended. It's a midweek service, so it's not like a real long one. He comes in, he's like, so, my understanding then is Pack will be leaving. And I saw Sir Emran making his way. He had told me he wished to make amends with you, Benric. I hope it went well.
It did. He's a fine young man. He was a little misled at the time, but, well, the beating I gave him and the lectures that you gave him, Father Gedwin, they've helped him. He's turned around.
Good. Argent Lord be praised. Well, I know there are a great many things to consider, but I talked with Gravin, Father Granitehammer, and he informed me of all that has gone on, and that would seem the relic is beyond our reach. So, I want to thank you all again for a job well done, for doing all that you could. And I don't know what your plans are, but I wish you well in whatever you do. And Bertram, as we've spoken, I believe that you need to stay with this group now. You need some seasoning, some growth. You need to learn the ways of the world.
I think that's wise, Father Goodwin.
Indeed. But I'll leave you to it. Obviously, the temple, as always, is your home. But whatever you plan, we're here for you.
We may be leaving before the winter lands. We don't know, but it will kind of depend on how the timing of a few things go.
Of course,
Father
of course.
Goodwin, is there anything that you can do to bring Haste back faster? It just doesn't feel right leaving him here so wounded all winter.
I'll tell you what, Sir Venric, I will see what I can do. I'll see what I can do to speed his healing. At this point, it's the way that magical healing works, too much too quickly, the shock to the system can often push even the strongest beings over the edge. There are greater magics, but very powerful, some even beyond my ken, that are said to be able to completely heal one, but in this case, most I could perhaps hasten things along. Let's see in a couple of days. I think it'll be a couple of days he'll be up and around, and we'll know by then.
Thank you, Father Goodwin. Thank you for your hospitality here.
Of course. Thank you for all that you've done. You've made a great difference. It may not seem like it now, I know that you were trying for the relic, and I appreciate that, but don't feel as though you've done nothing, because remember, you've dealt a great blow to this wicked cult. Now we know what they are. They're no longer hidden. We don't know everything and that they are or that they're about, but we do know that they're there. You've killed, by my count, more than three. Yes, more than 3 score, if the numbers are to be believed. And of course, I believe you that you've put paid to a lot of them. And on top of all of that, you stopped Skordag. And it sounds like he was gathering many orcs to him. So you should feel good about what you did there. I know it's frustrating with the relic, but whatever the Eye of the Great Worm is going to be used for, if it can be used, remember, it's only part of what they need. And again, this is a prophecy. I don't even know. It could be wrong. It could be false. But regardless, you should feel good about your efforts here. And you should walk forward with head held high and hearts open.
I am proud and thankful that we were able to at least save Rend and take out some people.
Indeed. Again, it was very well done. Well, I bid you good evening.
And I feel like
Gedwin turns and makes his way out of the library, leaving the 4 of you alone.
You know,
Well,
it occurs to me, Benrick and Celovus, I don't really know why you're here with us. Bertram, I know, and his motivations and what's going on, but why are the 2 of you with us?
Belvis,
No?
yours is a great mystery that I would love to hear.
And it shall stay as such.
He walks the golden path, right, Syllabus?
True.
What's
Although,
the golden path?
you know what that mystery truly means.
So what's the golden path, Syllabus?
That, for you to learn that, you would have to become part of the Order.
See,
Is
it's a good
always,
question, though.
Is it always shrouded in such mystery, Celibus?
Aren't all wizards?
The good ones. Well, I suppose
We're
the evil
not.
ones, too.
Unfortunately, I believe it is my belief that magic at its core requires some amount of secrecy. But I am here simply to do good. As to really answer Alan's question, I have been sent here from my order to do what good I can in the Shadow Kingdoms, or the Shadow Lands, rather.
I think she's asking, in part, why continue with us?
Success, I guess. You seem a fairly efficient group. I've run across several non-professional parties that, well, if I'm being completely honest, I mean, and I don't mean to offend, but if you look at kind of the options, I mean, the pack, for God's sake, that's my other option. As one of the other adventure parties in the region, I'll stick with you.
We're useful, then, is what you're saying.
Extremely.
That's exactly what he said.
Like a tool.
Isn't that the way all wizards view everyone?
I don't know.
Even
You're
the
the
good
first I really got to talk to.
Well, see, some of us are different. Some are clearly evil, but as I say, I'm simply here on the behest of my order to search out certain evils and try to right wrongs in the region.
Crimson God is what one of the
Crimson
things.
evils.
I see. I see. Door
Big as always.
closed.
What
if-
about you, Venric? Why aren't you with the army somewhere? Why are you with us?
Well, it's complicated. When I was last with my battalion, there was a battle, and the way it all played out, there was an entire company that we were waiting. They were supposed to be the flank, and they never showed. And I watched the knight that I squired under, brave Sir Tenyon. He died that day, and I did everything I could to save him, but I couldn't. So I was felled in combat, and when I came to, the only thing I could think about was, where was the Shadowlands? And where was Sir Vargas, who led them? So I'm actually trying to discover what happened that day. And that led me to the Temple of the Argent Lord. And while here, well, I met all of you, and Father Gedwin asked if I could help retrieve the relic. So I am still in search of Sir Vargas. I want to know what happened that day. Why Sir Tenyon, he didn't have to die. And I want to know what happened. And if there's vengeance to be had, I will have it. But in the meantime, we're doing a great service to this region. Putting a stop to the cultists. Maybe not all the way, but we've stopped a lot of them. Stopping the orcs. The things that we're doing are good. They're for the good of this realm. And I figure while I look for clues, I would like to stick with this group and do as much good as I can.
Have you any leads on this Sir Vargas?
Unfortunately, we haven't had much time to scout out information, so I don't have much to go on right now. Sir Emran did mention a knight's tournament. I believe he said it was next week. I don't know.
He said
perhaps-
within a few weeks before midwinter.
So
If that would draw, attorney would draw most of the knights from the region, correct?
indeed, that's what I thought after I told him I don't think I would be there. I thought about that. I don't know how far it is from the temple, but if we're in the area, if we don't make it out before winter, if it's close enough, perhaps we could stop by.
Real quick, I'm going to show you guys a bigger. I should have done this probably before now, but I'm going to show you guys a larger, the larger map. This is like the close map, so let me just. Maybe this would help you guys.
Riverwatch. Not that far, actually. I mean, kind of far, but
That still isn't, it's the way these maps show up on here. But you can kind of see the where the castle road is and it leads down. So looking at, what I should probably do is give you guys eventually just the whole map. Did I ever email you guys this full map? Maybe I
No,
did,
just
maybe I did.
smaller.
Okay, so looking at the map that from the Temple of the Argent Lord, 10, 15, it's 20 miles to Riverwatch down the castle road, but that's all on the road. So really, to Riverwatch, that's a couple of days riding, or well, really, you could probably, a couple of days hard walk or easy ride, depending on how you look at that. And then, looking at it, the Softcoat, then you follow the road. Because again, going overland is much more dangerous. It's about 35 miles to Softcoat. So a few days ride, bit more closer to a week if you're walking, depending, the roads aren't what they once were, but still, it's not, the Lonely Valley isn't, it's not a massive place, so everything is, of course, what you guys know of the weather is usually the first light snows begin in November at some point. The heavy snows really kick in December. So
that might
you
change.
don't know.
things.
What's that?
That might change things for us because we just started November, right?
Yes.
November 1st.
So yep. You guys are right now. It's the evening of November 1st.
We can probably travel in light snow, and then need to be somewhere by, I'm thinking, December.
Yeah,
So-
be settled in.
So perhaps over the next couple days, while Haste is healing, we could go to the Bramblewood, then Ruaven, then.
Well, the hills west of Reuven's where we gotta go.
Oh, right.
But still, yes.
Maybe Bramblewood, and then I don't know, maybe back to town here to get Haste and Garmin, hopefully, and then after. Well, I don't know. What do you?
Let's backtrack. Actually, work backwards. I mean, do we want our end winter goal to be Riverwatch? Try to be there in time for the tourney in roughly 3 weeks.
Well, it might not be a bad idea if we could do what we wanted to do in the Bramblewood, and then Haste heals up. We could head there. Perhaps I could find some more clues into my business, and then after the tourney, depending on what it's like, because that is a little further south. I guess probably not enough to make a difference in the weather, but depending on where we're at that point, we could either stay in Riverwatch for the winter, or
Head to Softcoat.
Softcoat's not that far from Riverwatch. If we're already that close, if it's not heavy snow, perhaps we could make it the rest of the way.
Okay. I guess step one would be going to the Bramblewood, reassess in time, maybe the hills looking for the holy site, back to the temple to see if haste is recovered, yes?
Right.
And then perhaps to Riverwatch, hopefully in time for this tourney.
That makes sense.
Sounds like a grand adventure to me.
Sounds like a great.
Well, I like the idea that everyone is getting some movement on things that are important to them. You guys all help me try and recover this artifact. And if there's anything I could do to help you, Celovus, I would. Aelwyn, I know from what we've talked about, you want to find your people. And that'd be something we can do almost immediately. Hopefully. So it would make me, I guess, feel a little less.
Don't worry, Bertram. I will be asking you to walk through portals of fire before too long.
That escalated very fast, but portals of fire. All right. I trust you, Celovus.
Oh wait, you're not kidding, are you, Celovus?
I don't think he
I'm
is.
simply amassing favors.
Amassing favors.
Celovus, it's your world. We're just living in it, eh?
No, I'm trying to help and be as helpful as I can for all of your personal things, but there's horrible things going on in the background.
Well, you're a friend of mine, Celovus, and I help my friends.
Well, then we have a tentative plan.
Agreed.
Sounds good to me.
Bramblewood.
To bed.
Back to
Then the
temple. Then the Riverwatch. Yes. Okay.
Just one real quick question. Do we want to give Celovus the appropriate amount of time to add to his spell book? At least that second level spell? I don't know how much time that is.
I mean, it would be a day. It's a day per spell, so
Okay.
I need a full day of to add to my spell book for any particular spell. So at
Is
this point, it will have to, it'll have to stay what the spells that I have. If we want to, leave out tomorrow.
Okay.
Let's get some rest then.
All right.
Yeah, Venric's gonna go bathe.
Yes. Bertram too.
He's covered in orc gore.
Try and undent my chest plate before that hammer hit me repeatedly.
Yeah.
I go
Yeah,
sit
that-
with Haste and Clay for a bit. Check on him.
You guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Now we can.
Okay. Sorry about that. I was realizing I was saying things that were not coming through. Yeah, you guys are all pretty beat up, pretty grimy. You washed up a little bit before dinner, but yeah, you guys, even you, Ale, when you drew it or no, you realize you probably really need to clean up. You're pretty funky. And there are the baths that you all can avail yourself of. Do you guys all do that?
I
Oh,
certainly do.
Oh yeah.
That is where the assassins strike. No, but you get cleaned up. Again, soap and water, hot water, clean clothes. They do, some of the acolytes take your clothes to be laundered, and you have a fresh change of clothes. And then afterwards, it's pretty late by the time you guys get done with the bath. The temple itself is gotten quiet. It's kind of getting closed down for the night. Those of you that are sleeping, Celovus, are you sleeping inside?
Yeah, I'll be staying inside.
Okay. What about Aelwyn? Are you sleeping out with your elk?
Yeah, outside.
What about Bertram?
Oh, he's sleeping inside in a nice bed.
What about Sir Venric? Oh, wait, did we lose him?
I think we lost Joel.
I think he dipped out for a minute.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll be sleeping in the temple.
Okay, so everyone but Aelwyn sleeps inside. Aelwyn, you make your way out to the stables, I'm guessing, and that you see that Clay is already bedded down for the night. Him and his puppy are not right up on the horse because he's labored breathing, sleeping hard, but you make your way in. Ruathane kind of whickers at you as you come in the stall. You get in your normal, comfortable spot. And before long, you pass out. The rest of you, I'm assuming you make your way onto the men's quarters.
Yes.
Okay. As you make your way in there, you see Copper kind of sitting up. He's reading by candlelight, and he's like, I was hoping you'd all make it in here. Just talked with Father Gedwin. He told me, tomorrow on the morrow, I'm up and around. I'll be able to travel, journey. If that is, you still want me with you.
Oh, I do.
Of course, Copper.
Be good to have you back.
Good to be back, I must say. Right then, I guess I better. And he puts away, you see he's reading this old copy of it. Like as you kind of glance at it, it's basically a fiction novel. It's like The Raven of Thunder River, and he kind of like puts it away, and he's like, to bed then, and he blows out the candle. And the rest of you guys, again, at first you think you might have some trouble falling asleep with all that's gone on, but after just the days out in the cold, the fighting that you've done, you're just very sore. Hot bath mixed with that, you guys fall into those beds, your head hits the pillow, and bam, you don't know anything until the next morning. And before you know it, the sun is up, it is dawning, and it is now Thursday the 2nd of November.
Get up, dress for the day, find my party, stretch.
Yep. You guys all get up. You reconnect. Everybody gets some breakfast. You see the Scarrows arrows are in there. Duncan lets you guys know at breakfast that he's checked in on Garner. Actually, you guys would have seen Garner in the men's quarters. He was sleeping when you came in, but he did wake up in the morning a little bit. He's still pretty wrecked, though. He lets you know it'll be probably, the better part of another week before he's completely healed, at least 5 days or so. But the rest of the arrows they're ready to serve.
Well, let's go get Aelin, guys.
Indeed.
Well, my assumption is she wandered in for breakfast. So,
Aelin, let's go, guys.
That's why I said the party met for breakfast. So, you guys let's take 5.
Mm-hmm.
Be right back. Okay. As I say, you guys get up, you have breakfast. It's the 2nd of November. It's a light drizzling rain outside. Doesn't last too long. By the time you guys have finished breakfast and started, making your plans, it's tapered off. And what are those plans? Copper's up. He's moving a bit stiffly, but he's actually with the party. So the question really becomes, let's go ahead and look at, I've heard you guys' plans, let you guys discuss. But what I want to do now is just make sure that I have the fullness of understanding of what the plan is. So if we look at the map, the Bramblewood is south about 8 miles, where the old East Road and the Castle Road fork is where the very northernmost, kind of northwestmost tip of the Bramblewood is. Now, moving through the Bramblewood, I will say that is not wagon territory. It's thick. You guys have been able to camp in the outskirts of it in Fartham, but you guys will have to make a decision on what all to take / who all to take, how all to go.
Yeah.
Did we leave the traveling temple here if we're going to go to the Bramblewood?
If I'm being completely honest, I think this is just my opinion, but I think we should leave everything that is not the core group. Scarrows, arrows, all of it. And I do have a reasoning. Simply because I do not want to be seen traveling through the Elven territories in force in this period of time. The elves are clearly on edge, and the last thing that I want is a contingent of angry wood elves shooting us from out of the darkness.
A good thought.
Yeah, well thought out.
I've been
Yeah,
thinking
hard to
about
argue with that.
time. It's at the period we are at right now with the elves. Things are, even with when they're in the party. I mean, yeah, they might not, attack right out of, they're not orcs, obviously, but at the same time, I don't know. It just, if we show up with a bunch of human mercenaries, it might seem like we're trying to, and apparently there have been some problems
to
between
know-
humans and elves.
I have no idea what kind of reception we're going to get. My
Well-
presence may not even be enough to guarantee a good reception.
That is why I say, if we go in force, it might seem like we're trying to.
Even without, I don't know. We may be told to turn back around. I just don't know.
You all know, however, and maybe you do know this already, but the Bramblewood is actually part of the territory of the Kingdom of Cerulean. It is not Elven territory. It's just the elves supposedly there are elves within the Bramblewood, and since there was hostilities broke out, there hadn't been any. So it's a rumor, but you do, just so you know, you're not trespassing into the Elven territories. Although, like as Sullivan is saying, moving in, if they're there, could be be a sign of attack, especially if you guys are moving in with 20 guys or something. But just so you know, the Bramblewood is part of the kingdom ostensibly, although the elves have never, and you would know this, Elwyn, too, the elves have never fully recognized a lot of the lines drawn on maps by the humans.
Something I'm thinking about.
As you guys are discussing and making ready, Sir Venric, Father Gedwin, you see him coming out of the stables. Go ahead and roll me a D3.
That is a 2.
All right, so he tells you haste will awaken on the morrow, and he thinks within 2 weeks from then he'll be back to normal. He tells you it's auspicious because that's the first full moon.
You don't say.
It's true.
Well,
He also mentions, he says, Venric, I don't know if you have any intention on traveling to Riverwatch rather, for the tourney, but if you were to decide to go there, they would have good, if you wanted a secondary mount, they would have fine steeds there. Just a thought.
Wonder.
well, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. That's something I can consider. Yeah.
Basically, what I did, I took a week off because Gedwin is going to be seeing to him personally. So instead of D3 plus 1, it's D3, and you rolled 2. So,
Nice.
but Haste is still unconscious, and that is where we find ourselves.
Well,
Dreary day.
Deep in the 100-acre woods.
Set out
Well-
then.
2 weeks isn't bad. I mean, within 2 weeks, if we could get to the Bramblewood and possibly Ruivan, and then back to the temple, just in time for Hasty Hill, and then perhaps from there go to Riverwatch for the tournament. See where we're at.
Find a griffon along the way or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's keep
Put
our
a
eyes open
muzzle
for
on it,
griffins.
Muzzle on it.
Yeah, muzzle that old bastard.
That went so
Um,
great last time we fought one.
Yeah, but we have other ways now.
Well, now we have magic items. No, yeah. I mean, I don't. What do you guys think about that?
I think it's a good plan.
do it.
I like it.
Bertram's
Bramblewood,
ready.
Ruaven, back to the temple, and then down to Riverwatch. And then from there, depending, how the tourney goes, if you guys are okay with waiting for that, by the time that's over, Softcoat's not that far. So perhaps we could get there.
Yeah.
What could go wrong, right, guys?
Well, that's the plan, but... So yeah, Bertram's ready when you guys are.
Ready?
We'll need to talk to Scarrow and his men. I think that you're right, Celibus. I think that we should travel light.
I know there's something about it. I have a bad feeling. The elves have been so cagey of late. Just seems like it might be better to go cautious.
Shall we tell Scarrow and his group now then, before we leave?
Yeah, let's find Duncan and talk to him.
Okay. You guys make your way to the main, to your camp where, you find them. Again, it's similar camp to what you guys keep when you're out in the field. All the tents are set up just in case, and always Scarrow and the boys are in the camp keeping watch, because there's still travelers who might, not that you think anyone would steal anything, but again, just Scarrow trusts no one. But yeah, he essentially is there, they're just working around camp. He's like, good to see you.
Well, Matt.
Duncan. Yes. I trust your stay here is going good?
It's going quite well. It's getting a bit brisk in the evenings, but, such is a sellsword's life. Good to see you up and around, Copper. And Copper kind of, good to see you too. What's the
Duncan,
plan?
Well, we have business that takes us to the Bramblewood next. Celibus has pointed out that it's probably not wise that we bring the full company and the caravan. So, our thoughts are, you and your arrows stay here and watch our camp while we go to the Bramblewood. And we'll be back.
I see. Anything in particular you want me to do around here? Keep an eye on your injured horse, perhaps, my lord.
Yes, if you wouldn't mind, check on Haste once in a while. And
Aye, sir.
And yes, and just in the meantime, you all enjoy your rest. You've earned it.
Keep an eye on the temple as well, the traveling temple.
Aye, sir. Will do. What of the pup? And Clay looks at you, then he's like, well, should Stalwart stay?
Vendor kind of looks to Celibus. Celibus, do you think that it probably wouldn't be any harm to bring a pup, would it?
I mean,
Should be fine.
Can't imagine
It's up to you, but
I can't imagine the elves would do anything to a puppy.
Clay, you can bring Stalwart, Clay.
Are you sure, my lord?
You just want to keep him safe, in a fight.
Bramblewood could be a dangerous place to bring a defenseless little pup along. Just saying. I don't mind to keep him.
Well,
if you're worried
Clay,
for his safety, you may want to leave him.
that's a good point. We don't know what we'll be facing in here. Clay, we shouldn't be gone that long. Perhaps you should let him stay with Duncan.
All right. I feel like the DM talked you into that, but okay. And he reluctantly gives the pup over. But I'm going, right, sir?
Yes, Clay, you'll be coming with me.
All right, good. Venric, we got to find your other picture that has you not mounted.
I know. I had the hardest time uploading it here to
okay.
for whatever reason. It wouldn't. I've got it saved on my desktop.
I'll try to send it to you again because I'm like, yeah, we're talking about unmounted Venric.
Right. Venric, all right. Before we left or anything, Venric would just check with the whoever's in charge over at the stables that they could make sure to keep a good eye on Haste and let him know that I would be back as soon as possible.
And you see the stableman. He says, "Aye, sir. We've been given our orders by Father Godwin himself. That horse is getting better care than a lot of people get. Trust me. I don't know. It must be important because the father himself has come out the last couple mornings to check on this horse. He's going to be all right, sir. He needs time. He's got a great heart. He's a great steed. Like I say, he needs time to heal."
Thank you. And Venric will give him 20 gold.
20 gold.
Yeah.
He
split this between your crew, but yes, keep an eye on them. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. We will now not let that assassin in here. No. There's a cult of horse assassins about you.
I knew it.
Horse assassins. I don't even know where that comes from. Oh, Lord.
That's going to be short.
Oh, goodness. But he looks overwhelmed. He's like, of course, my lord. Yes, 20 gold is a lot of coin. And he pockets it out. I'll spread it around. Thank you, my lord. Thank you much.
I'll be back shortly.
Excellent. Now, real quick, Selvus, you gave the pack their cut of the split, right?
Yeah. So what I did was I just gave them that out of the gold.
Gotcha.
Basically, the gold and the coin that we had. So we have pretty much all of the gems and jewelry and everything like that,
Gotcha.
and we almost none of the gold.
Gotcha. That makes sense. So you guys basically, which actually travels a lot lighter for you guys too, as well.
Right.
Yeah, and I just figured we'll sell it at some point. Whenever we get probably the soft note, or maybe
All right.
Watch we could sell some.
Yeah, Riverwatch is a much bigger settlement as well, because it's the Grand Keep, but it's also it's the castle and it's the town around it as well, plus Brookdale, which is on the way. But at any rate, you guys head out then.
Yeah,
It's fine, soft November day. It's definitely chillier, because you guys may be in the southern end of the kingdom of Cerulia, but it's a northern kingdom. So even being in the southern end of a northern kingdom, it's not as brutal as it is up by the borderlands, where Northgard Keep is way north in the borderlands. That's like the northern. Essentially, Northgard Keep is like the northernmost part of Cerulia. The Lonely Valley is the southernmost part. So essentially, you have Riverwatch, which is the southernmost, castle, and in Northgard, which is the northernmost castle. Anyway, that's a geography lesson. But moving on, you head out on the road, and let's start with Selvus. Roll me a d6.
That is a 2.
All right. No encounter as you begin heading south. Again, looking at the map, get my big head out of the way. Again, using the road, it's very pretty quick journey, and it's about midday when you get to where the road splits and the Old East Road goes, to the east, and the Castle Road. Essentially, this is like the confluence of the North Road, the Old East Road, and the Castle Road. And so right there is where, if you just head on into the woods, you're at the Bramblewood.
Okay.
Oh, look around.
Many trees.
Before we go in, let me tell you a few things. We'll be spotted a long time before you see any elves. They will see you.
Oh yeah.
So elves are quick to slight. They don't take jokes aimed at them very well. Cut no living wood. Harm no creature that does not harm you first. And we'll see what happens.
I don't know. It's getting cold. Perhaps we should cut down one of these trees for some firewood.
I was actually going to ask, how do they light their fires? They have to find dead trees then?
Yes.
Noted, Elwin. All right.
Thank you. No
And
joke.
on that note, whoop, and
Yes,
Solus
and no-
cast Mage Armor himself.
And
Just on the
please,
update.
Celovus, no fire in here, please.
That's-
Yes.
We're about to walk through portals of flame, I thought.
Not in
At least
here.
that's-
Okay.
Oh.
Head in.
You guys head into the Bramblewood. The Bramblewood isn't a large forest, perhaps 10 miles at its longest, but it's very dense and very dark. A dark wood. The forest is bordered by the Old East Road to the north, the village of Brookdale to the south, Old Castle Road to the west, and the ruins of Fartham to the east. Locals have long hunted and logged the fringes of the Bramblewood, but old wisdom warns that there are terrors in the heart of the forest. Enough people go missing within the woods to keep many from traipsing too far into the dense maze of trees, brush, and brambles. So, you are with a druid, so you will not get lost, but it is very slow going. And essentially, you guys all know what it is to walk through a dense wood with no trails. There are some logging trails and some trails, like the first half mile or so, the outer edges of the Bramblewood, which once stretched much farther. But essentially, nowadays, there are said to be many creatures within the Bramblewood, and people just tend to leave it alone. So as you're heading in here, your essentially your movement is slowed very, very much down. So, Elwyn, as you're moving into the Bramblewood, why don't you roll me a d6 and see if you encounter anything in the forest.
That's a 3.
You encounter nothing. You move on. You're guessing on the map. You're near the edge of that first hex, so you can see the hex where it's we're right before it says the Bramblewood, which is that center hex there. You guys are somewhere in the hex where you've left the road behind. It's just very slow going as you're slogging through, and you realize you're going to have to make camp for the night.
Okay. I look for a good spot.
All right. Give me a survival check.
That's a 15.
All right. You find a pretty likely spot, small clearing, where if nothing else, you guys can keep your eyes peeled and bed down for the night. You guys each taking 2-hour watches then?
Yeah, just
This is going to suck.
Like, what's this walking?
I'm
walking.
walking. There's no wagon. There's no stove.
True, Bertram is not used to this.
I am over this part of it.
We're one day in, Bertram.
Ah, yes. Do we get a light of fire in this wood?
We can, and
It's cold.
I'll look around for dead wood and stuff with my new dark vision.
And you find some. It's overcast, but the moon is it's well over half full, getting larger in the sky. So it's easy enough, even as the sun sets and the moon comes up, to find enough dead wood to get a fire going. And you guys do. And you go to sleep with no watch then?
No.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Who is the first watch?
I'll take it first.
All right. You and Ruathane stay up. The rest of you, I'm assuming, huddle around the fire in your bedrolls.
Yep, I pull my armor off.
Yeah, Venric will take his armor off as well.
And Benrick, you realize you really kind of miss Haste. It's like you, Clay, and Haste are like this trio that you're so used to just having all three of you. And even though, sometimes you go down into dungeons and such, but it's like to not have him with you above ground is just a weird feeling.
Feeling melancholy about it.
Yep. And somewhere a
good
horse
hands.
assassin makes his move. All right.
Or assassins!
So who's my first watch? Aelwyn?
Yep.
The others, you guys have a cold meal. Settle in. Everybody mark off a ration, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, I got a Copper. I got to take care of him. Oh, is Copper taking a watch, guys?
No.
Probably not.
He's still recovering.
He gets to sleep a full night. He is a fan of that.
He's a growing boy. He needs it.
All right. He'll mark off a ration as well. Yeah, old Copper's still first level.
That's
Boy.
what I'm thinking.
Well, he ain't been getting to share these giant treasures. He's missed out on that stuff.
Don't
All
get
right,
him, owlbears.
Aylwin, roll me a d6.
Okay. 2.
All right. No encounter. Night passes. The moon rises high overhead. It's probably a good 2/3 full. Who
Okay.
do you awaken?
Celovus.
Selvus, you are awakened. Rixus grumpily says, "Get out of my sleeping bag."
I will pop up and leave him sleeping. Take my watch.
All right.
Is 3.
No encounter. Selvus, it's about the middle of the night, you know. You're getting tired. It's cold.
I'll wake Sir Vendrick so that way Bertram can do his prayers as the last
Okay.
note of the morning.
All right. Venric, you are awakened. It's the middle of the night.
Right.
Selvus, you get back into bed. As Aylwin's done been bedded down by Ruathane in her normal customary wrap up in her blanket, and her and the elk share body heat.
And I will put my armor on and take my watch.
All right. Does Clay watch with you?
Yes. Yep.
All right. Roll me a d6.
I got a 3.
All right. No encounter. Dawn's only a couple hours off as you awaken Brother Bertram, I'm assuming.
Yep. Take my armor off, wake up Brother Bertram, and go back to sleep.
Or you go back to snatch those last couple hours. Bertram, you wake up like you realize you were snoring really loudly. Fires died pretty low. Venric
Excuse
awakened
me.
you for your watch.
Wipe the drool out of my beard. Put my armor on. And I'm going to look around, man. How dark and gloomy does it look?
It's dark and gloomy. It's windy. There's wind through the trees. You're hoping the sun comes up soon. You keep everywhere you look, you see this leering, grinning thing, and you keep remembering that thing that leapt at you twice now. That has leapt at you, but you don't see anything. It's in your mind.
I grab my holy symbol and I will the light to come from it and shine. Argent Lord, keep us safe in this dark forest.
The
I'll take
dragon
my
is
watch.
drawn closer. All right. Roll me a d6, Brother Bertram.
Well, you all have put this pressure on me by rolling well, and I rolled a 1.
All right. Well, roll me 2d6.
Oh, well, it's my fault. Ooh, it's this.
Ah. You hear a rustle in the brush.
I wake everyone up. Awake! Something in the brush.
As you say that, you're wait. Don't. And you see someone step into the firelight, and as you do, you see what looks like he looks like a hunter. He steps into the firelight. He's got rough spun clothing on. He's got a short bow, but he's not pointing it at you. He looks like he's got scratches on him. He looks like he's lost, is what he looks like. He's like, I saw the fire, and I got lost. That's all.
Are you alone?
Yes. I was hunting, and the sun went down, and I've been hearing things.
Yes, me too. Bertram of the Argent Lord. And you are?
Name's Nate, and he kind of steps forward and holds a hand out.
Well met, Nate. Before I invite you to the fire, I must awaken our leader, and I will gently
Well, you
nudge.
already yelled. I'm assuming they're awake.
I didn't know if they woke up.
Yeah. Well, yeah. You
Okay.
yelled like that. I'm not going to make them call for anything. So they're kind of sitting up or standing up, blearily eyed.
This is Nate the hunter, lost in the woods.
Nate,
I look
Well met,
closely at him. I'm trying to see if he is what he says he is.
he appears
Hey,
to be.
Nate.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Can you do me?
Sorry,
a
what's that,
favor,
Syllabus?
Hunter? Can you do me a favor?
I'm sorry, Ben. I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Sorry, can you read?
Yep, I
cut
got
out?
you now.
Okay.
It was just. I think the mic keeps getting pushed away. What did you say though?
Yeah, it was right there. But do me a favor, Hunter,
Yes.
coming out of the darkness, and Celovus will draw his blade and flip it to where the handle is facing the hunter. Touch the pommel.
Touch the pommel.
Touch the pommel.
All right. He reaches out and touches it.
It is silver. It is a silver short sword. So if
Gotcha.
anything weird,
Yep. He touches it. He doesn't try to grab it or anything. He looks really nervous. He just touches it. He's like that. Nothing's happening.
well,
He's touching the silver.
he's at least that checks off several supernatural, obviously, things he could be. But
Elwin, what did you get in your perception?
I got a 10.
Okay. He looks lost and scared and a little hungry.
Well,
anyone
it's
else
it.
that's eyeballing him closely can also make a perception check if they wish.
Bertram will.
Yeah, Vendrick will as well.
Silvus will, because he's he was there with a sword, anyways, and looking
I
at
got
him.
a 10 as well.
I have a 13.
And Silvus got a 15.
You all pretty much get the same impression. Celovus, you pick up on another thing that maybe these guys have overlooked. He's also embarrassed that he is lost. He's trying to hide it, but he's like, because he's a hunter, and but he's like scared. Like I say, he's hungry, he's scared, he's out of sorts, but he's also like, I can't believe I got lost. It's just like he's very loath to admit it, but he also, like, there's this overwhelming relief that, like, because when he saw the campfire and he was coming toward it, you realize part of what was probably in his head was like, this could be anything. It could be orcs, could be, and as he kind of came upon the campfire trying to be quiet, and Bertram heard him, and he heard the voice, he's like, oh my God, it's people. So, but you got to remember, he also has heard, like many people, the horrors of Fartham, and so, so he's very grateful.
I give him a ration.
Silvus will sheath his sword.
So she the sword. You give him food. Thank you, sir. I'm heading back to Ruavin. I haven't had much luck.
Well, we're continuing on, but I'll give him directions like which way Ruavin is.
And with the sun kind of rising in the east, he's like, of course, I panicked. I tell you the truth, ma'am. When the sun went down, I just, and you hear things, Normally, I would have hunkered down and started my own fire instead of trying to move through the dark. But, you hear things about Fartham, and I wasn't sure how far to the east that I'd strayed, but the sun's at our back. That's east, so I'm going to head west for home. But look me up if you're ever in Ruavin. Nate's the name.
What were you hoping to catch, Nate?
Deer. They're moving around more now that the cold weather's been, as it's here. But I had some ill luck. Thought I had a shot. Arrow hit a branch, and, no such luck.
You got a family in Ruavin?
I do. I have a wife and my young daughter.
I am going to flip him a gold piece to make up for the lost hunt. I see you have no game.
Thank you, my lord.
No, just Bertram. Brother
He
Bertram.
looks stunned. Yeah, yes, Brother Bertram. Thank you very much. I appreciate this. And he kind of puts it in his pouch, and you realize, you don't know when the last time the guy's seen a gold. He might have a few copper in there that clink with this, and he looks stunned. I've got to get home, tell my wife our good fortune. Thank you, my friends. Please, just look me up in Reuven, Nate the Hunter, if you ever... my home is yours. Thank you.
Absolutely. Join our fire.
Very well. You guys sit with them till dawn. You guys are all kind of awake, and dawn's not far off, so maybe another half an hour. The sun begins to filter through the trees. Bertram says his morning prayers. Nate kind of dozes off because he's warm by the fire. And as you guys kind of get up, start putting on armor and moving around, he kind of yeah, right. Yes. Well, again, he goes over to Bertram. Bertram, right?
Bertram.
He goes over next to... What's your name, sir? He walks over to Venric.
I am Sir Venric.
Of course, a knight, yes. And ma'am, you are...
Aylwin. I'll shake his hand.
Yes,
Celebs.
and Celebs, please, if you're ever in Reuven,
It's nice meeting you, Nate.
I hope to go that way. Looking southwest of there, there's some sort of holy site, temple, shrine. Not sure.
the old shrine up in the hills. I know of it.
Maybe if I make it over there, you could take us to it.
Oh, certainly. I've been up there many times. I've hunted mountain goat when food, wouldn't get scarce.
Perfect. I'll pay you, of course, for your time.
Oh, sir, no, it would be my pleasure. You've already done so much. But yes, absolutely. If you make your way to Reuven, please look me up. As I
Thank
say,
you.
my home is yours.
Very well.
Good luck and walk in the light.
Sorry, what's that? Someone else said something. I heard.
Venric said, safe travels, Nate the Hunter.
Yes, and you as well. And he kind of heads off, making his way west now that he knows the direction. Whereas you guys, I'm assuming, continue even deeper into the forest.
Yeah.
Again,
You know
led by... What's that?
I was going to ask Aeon a question.
Yes.
Hey.
Are there any of those leaping creatures you think in these woods?
I don't know. I mean, if the elves are here in force, I doubt they would tolerate it, but I don't know what their numbers are, what their strength is. I doubt it, but I don't know enough about that creature and its ecology to tell you for sure.
Yeah, I think we're fine. I just was curious, I keep my eyes on the trees as I move.
We aren't far from Fartham.
All right. You guys make your way deeper in. Again, with Aylwin leading, there's no worries of getting lost. Aylwin, you begin to definitely pick up on trails, on certain spoor. Now, for some of you, she just stops from time to time and is looking intently around. And when you kind of ask her, she just kind of shakes her head. But Aylwin, you realize to the average traveler, there would be no sign of anything out of the ordinary. But the trained eye, there's evidence, though minuscule, that there are other creatures within the Bramblewood besides animals. The rest of your group clearly is missing they're missing these signs. But the druid leads you ever onward, deeper and deeper into the forest, following marks and trails that are all but invisible to the rest of you. After several hours more tracking through the Bramblewood, you come to a clearing bounded by thick brush and trees all around. As you begin to just edge into the glade, you're halted by a clear voice that echoes through the forest. Well, Matt, Glancing across the glade, you see a tall elf clad in browns and greens standing high up in the branches of a thick oak tree. And what brings you to the Bramblewood?
Well met.
This is where we'll call it.